What's going on, YouTube? This is video number 4 on the So You Want to Vape playlist or video series. First video we talked about, what vaping is. Second video we talked about the different types of devices as far as the boxes, batteries, and pins are concerned. The third video we actually discussed the different types of atomizers that you can get. And now in video number 4, we're actually going to discuss where to start. Now, disclaimer, this particular video is going to be this video is just what worked for me. In no way am I trying to tell you you should buy, this item here over these or vice versa. Where you start largely depends on your budget. And here I've got a range of different devices. Actually, let me back this camera out just a hair. Now I've got a range of different devices here, and they range largely in price. Now, what I was talking about your budget is this can get very expensive very quickly. First off, your budget depends, or your type of start equipment depends on your budget. You can get a CE4 starter kit like this one from just about anywhere for anywhere between 10 and 20 bucks. Well, plus your juice. But as we discussed in the last 2 videos, these may not work to get you off of cigarettes. Some people they do, some people they don't. And same goes with this one. This one's a little bit better than the CE4, but this one here you're looking at somewhere in the area of 20 to 30 to get one of these. And something like this you're looking at about $100, anywhere between 75 and 100 depending on where you go. But you're getting into more of the personalization, so to speak, of the actual industry when you purchase one of these. And the reason for that is these here are adjustable. You can put different types of atomizers on the top. Just make it customized to you. Then from there, I would recommend, this is getting into the hobbyist section. You've got mechanical devices such as this one here. This is just a generic Manhattan clone, and I also have another Manhattan clone here. These here, there's no safety devices. You really got to do your math with these, and I might end up doing a video later on about actually doing this. Then that leads me to these here. These are high wattage devices. They are completely customizable. You can put just about any atomizer on the planet on one of these things, and you're looking at about 75 bucks, anywhere between 50 and 75 bucks for the actual tubes themselves. Atomizers range 30 to 50. I've seen some even go for more than that. This one here is the box. You can get it anywhere from 75 to 100 bucks, and then you're gonna have to purchase extra batteries, extra charger. You're gonna have to have all this other equipment. So I mean, total setup for something like this, you're looking at about $180 to $190 for the complete setup. That being said, it's the most tailorable device. You can actually get this thing to do whatever you want it to do. It's a maximum of 200 watts, and it varies by device. You've got 150 watt devices, 200 watt devices, 250 watt devices, and you can go anywhere in between. It's like this one here is a 80 watt device. This one here is a 200. I personally own a 250 watt device, but I'm in need of a repair on it. Now, what I'm talking about with the battery situation is, this is going to be a little bit shaky, but the battery situation is something like this here. Right now I have a 6-bay charger at my home, which is what this is. It can charge up to 6 batteries at a time, and you're thinking, well, you know, that could be a little much. For most people, the vapor devices that they have, a 4-bay charger will work. You know, if you have more than one person, you know, vaping at one time, you may have to have a 6-bay charger like I have. The reason for our 6-bay is me and my wife both vape. We both vape high wattage devices, and each one takes 2 batteries at a time. So the 6-bay suits our purpose. And the 6-bays range anywhere from 50 to 60 bucks, depending on where you get them. If you get them offline, you might be able to find them a little bit cheaper than that. But, like I said, if your budget allows it, and you're wanting to get just off of cigarettes, I would recommend something like this. You know, it's about $100, and that's with the battery and everything. And it works. It'll help you kick the cigarette habit. It'll help. Now, if for even a moment that you think that you were going to turn this into a hobby, this is where all the money comes into play. I would recommend you buy your upgrade in the beginning, because if you buy a pen and then you upgrade to something like this, you know, that's already $150 right there just within these 3 progressions. And that's not counting all the different atomizers that you can use, juice costs, coil costs, things of that nature. If you are going to turn this into a hobby, I would recommend you get your upgrade in the very beginning. It's going to be a lot cheaper in the long run. But like I said, it's going to be about somewhere in the area of about $200 brand new. You can find used vape gear online everywhere, but be leery. There are less than okay companies that actually sell this stuff, and there's some good companies out there as well. But, you know, be leery. Do your research. If you're buying any vape gear online, regardless of whether it's used or new, do your research, because you can actually get devices that are cloned that are not as good as the actual authentic device. So yeah, you could save a little bit of money, but it's not going to last as long. It may even be broke when you get it. So I would always recommend either buying it in a brick and mortar store or buying it from a very reputable online shop. That way you know the people that are trying to sell this to you are knowledgeable and they're in it for the right reasons. But yeah, that covers pretty much the entire a sampling of the entire spectrum of vaping. The different ways that you can enter this industry or this community are just massive. You know, I've got a total of 5 different ways just here on the desk now that you can enter, but there's other avenues as well, so just please do your research. There's a lot of things to consider when buying a vapor device. There's a lot of things to consider in buying atomizers and things like that. But just keep in mind, it's not about what you vape as long as you vape. Because regardless, if these work for you to get you off of cigarettes, that's great. That's great. It didn't work for me, but that's not to say that it's not going to work for you. You know, I know a few people who've actually quit and stayed off of the cigarettes for a long time using one of those. But I find that these here are most popular to actually help people quit smoking. They're the most successful on something like this. And it all boils down to how the nicotine gets absorbed into your body from vaping. So, you know, it's a little bit different. But I think that concludes this video. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. As always, comment, let me know what you're thinking. Subscribe, there's going to be more videos like this. If you think I should change anything, let me know. If you think I should add anything to it, also let me know. But everybody have a great day and happy vaping.